raise a hallelujah in the presence of my enemies. I raise a hallelujah louder than the unbelief. I raise a hallelujah. My weapon is a melody. I raise a hallelujah. Heaven comes to fight for me.
I'm gonna see in the middle of the storm. Louder and louder, you're gonna hear my praises roar. Up from the ashes,
gonna raise the game. Are you ready? He gives us everything we could ever need to love the world around us, to be a light in darkness. He's with us every breath, he's with us every step, so we can leave fear in the dust behind us. If you wanna raise the game, he will give you strength to reach another level in Jesus' name. If you wanna raise the game, he will give you strength to reach another level in Jesus' name. We are moving up, moving up. We are making it loud. We're making it loud. We're not afraid. We are moving up, moving up. We are making it loud. We're making it loud. Let's raise the game. We're not afraid to raise the game. We're not afraid to power up and we're not afraid to raise the game. We're not afraid to power up and he gives us everything we could ever need to love the world around us, to be a light in darkness. He's with us every breath, he's with us every step, so we can leave fear in the dust behind us. If you wanna raise the game, he will give you strength to reach another level in Jesus' name. If you wanna raise the game, he will give you strength to reach another level in Jesus' name. We are moving up, moving up. We are making it loud. We're making it loud. We're not afraid. We are moving up, moving up. We are making it loud. We're making it loud. Let's raise the game. We're not afraid to raise the game. We're not afraid to power up and we're not afraid to raise the game. We're not afraid to power up and so get your hands up. We're gonna power up. Lay your worries down. He is with us now. Get your hands up. It's time to power up. We want the whole wide world to see. We are moving up, moving up. We are making it loud. We're making it loud. We're not afraid. We are moving up, moving up. We are making it loud. We're making it loud. Let's raise the game. We're not afraid to raise the game. We're not afraid to power up. We're not afraid to raise the game. We're not afraid to power up. We're not afraid.
Hey, Somos kids, glad that every single one of you have made it back to another amazing week that we have in store for you. All right, so we're about to hear today in the story of Jesus in all the amazing ways that he got his followers or people to go and follow him as the disciples. All right, if Jesus had a YouTube channel, what do you think it'd be called? That's like a pretty good question, you know? Like, what would it be? What do you think it would be? What kinds of videos would you like see on there, like when you're scrolling down, or what kind of comments would there be? Or like, let's say if not a YouTube channel, what kind of like TikToks would it be? What would his TikTok name be? What would some of his content that would be like trending? And what do you think it would be? So we're going to talk about it more. But first, what do you think I'm going to say? SOMOSkids values. That is right. All right. First one, listening ears. I will listen twice as much as I speak. Again, listening ears. I will listen twice as much as I speak. Kind mouth. I will use kind words to honor others and speak life. Kind mouth. I will use kind words to honor others and speak life. Humble heart. I will think of others before myself. Humble heart. I will think of others before myself. Helping hands. I will use my hands for helping others and sharing. Helping hands. I will use my hands for helping and sharing. Last one. Let me see it. Let me see it. Positive attitude. I will always choose joy. Yes, positive attitude. I'm looking at all of you. Positive attitude. I will always choose joy. All right, good job, guys. Now, time for the memory verse. What is it? What is it? John 14:6. And it says, Jesus answered, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. So again, it is Jesus answered, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. So what it is saying here in this verse, that the right way to live, where our life comes from, is the most real thing there is. And that is Jesus. We attain that, we can get that, the most real, the most authentic, right way to live is through Jesus and nothing else. We can search for it in a lot of other things, but it'll end up feeling empty. But again, the way, the truth, and the life is through Jesus. All right, so as we're continuing the memory verse, just remember it, lock it in. Now we're going to go into today's lesson. So we're going to go into how Jesus was getting some of his followers in the very beginning of when you can say either like recruiting people to follow him or just asking people like, hey, like come follow me. And again, each one of these people had the choice whether to follow him or not. So again, the phrase follow me, it seems like, it's just like, oh, follow me, come on. It seems very easy. Yet, the person we're going to talk about, his name is Simon Peter. He did not know his life was going to change like crazy within that one little phrase, follow me, that Jesus was going to ask him. No way did he think he was going to experience all the crazy stuff he was going to get into. So, Simon Peter, and he has a brother named Andrew. They were fishermen. And in that day, where they were at, they're in this, near this Mediterranean Sea, and what a lot of people did for work, especially young men, they would have these fishing companies. So it was a good job and it provided for their family. But one day, Simon Peter, he wasn't catching anything, like nothing, zero fish with this big old net. He was not catching anything. So you can imagine how frustrating that is. If you've ever gone fishing and not caught anything, that is the most like disappointing thing ever because you have to wait for the fish. So Jesus then gets onto Simon Peter's boat, and he told Peter to go even further into the water and to throw their nets back into the water. After catching nothing the whole day, Jesus asked Peter to do this. So has this ever happened to you? When something isn't working and someone tells you to try something that you already did, it's like, thanks, like, I definitely have thought about it and I did it and nothing happened. Like, thanks for, being supportive and asking me to do it, but I've already tried it like a ton of times. And just, it comes from a place of frustration. And to be honest, a lot of stuff happens like that in my life where I'm just, frustrated with trying to do the same thing over and over and then nothing happens. But that's the exact same feeling Peter was feeling. And as he threw his net into the water, he was not expecting one fish to be caught in that net. But again, when Jesus asked him to do it, he went ahead. He's like, all right, like, I feel like I already know what's going to happen. But he threw it anyway. He listened. And Peter knew, he's like, I know nothing's going to happen. Yet, a whole bunch of fish end up getting caught in this net. And Peter was so shook of what is happening. He caught so much fish that the boat was so close to sinking. Imagine how much fish that has to be to sink a boat. A boat is floating on water. And so they caught so much that they had to ask another person with the boat to come and help them, because it was just getting so overly heavy that they needed help. And again, Peter was like, what the heck? This is impossible. Only someone who can control the seas and the fish can make something like this that can happen. And he's like, well, the only person that I could think of is God. So what would you do if this happened to you, like a similar situation? Like, you caught a ridiculous amount of fish, didn't know what to do, or something else in your life. Like, you were wanting food, and then all of a sudden, boom, you just got tons and tons and tons of more than you knew what to do with. Do you think that if that miracle happened, or if something similar like that happened in your life, what you would think, or what would you think of Jesus? Because again, he was just like, let me onto your boat and then, do this. And right after seeing all of that, Simon Peter knew that Jesus was someone very, very, very special. Because again, a day of nothing to catching a whole bunch of fish. In the same day. It's not even a week later, not a day later, it's the same day. And so when Jesus says, come and follow me and I will make you fishers of men, or fishers of people. And after Jesus has asked Simon Peter this, Peter and Andrew dropped everything, and followed Jesus. So what do you think fishing for people meant? What do you think it means? Because that's kind of a weird phrase. Fishing for people? And no, it's not like casting a hook and trying to reel people in, but it's a similar idea. That's what it is, gathering people and bringing them to Jesus. Because that whole picture, ooh, wow, this is good. Look, the whole picture, Peter by himself, Peter and Andrew by themselves, no Jesus, nothing. Peter and Andrew with Jesus receive an abundance, receive a lot. So if Peter and Andrew were by themselves trying to, get together with people, rally people, and talk about God, it's like in their power, in their control, they wouldn't be flourishing, they wouldn't be successful. But then with Jesus, he's showing them with him, following him with his power, that he will bring so many people through them and speak of God, and they'll have so much greater influence, so much greater authority because Jesus is with them. It's not anything that they are doing, but it's because of Jesus. So whether or not they knew, one thing they knew for sure though was that Jesus was worth following. So Jesus wants us to follow him. And again, it's so simple following him, just saying it, but it's actually a lot more than that. It could be very hard sometimes, but when we look at Peter and Andrew, they dropped everything because they saw the value of Jesus. All right, so right now, we're going to go and take 30 seconds, thank Jesus for being who he is, thank him for loving us enough to know him, and ask him in what ways that we could be following him. So let's go ahead and go into the 30 seconds. Awesome. All right, Somos kids, let's get up on our feet. Let's dance to one more song and let's watch some Grow TV.
You spoke one word and the dark became light. I believe it, yeah. You spoke my name and my heart came to life. I believe it, yeah. I wanna sing about it, I wanna scream and shout it. I'm gonna sing it right now. At the top of my lungs I'll sing. With all of my heart I will praise you. God, you are everything. You're the reason that I lift my voice. At the top of my lungs I'll sing. With all of my heart I will praise you. God, you are everything. You're the reason that I lift my voice. At the top of my lungs. Yeah, at the top of my lungs. You're all I need every day of my life. I believe it, yeah. You're all I need, always here by my side. I believe it, yeah. I wanna sing about it, I wanna scream and shout it. I'm gonna sing it right now. At the top of my lungs I'll sing. With all of my heart I will praise you. God, you are everything. You're the reason that I lift my voice. At the top of my lungs I'll sing. With all of my heart I will praise you. God, you are everything. You're the reason that I lift my voice. At the top of my lungs. Yeah, at the top of my lungs. At the top of my lungs. I'm gonna scream it, oh, I'm gonna shout it. I'm gonna sing it out. At the top of my lungs. I'm gonna scream it, oh, I'm gonna shout it. I'm gonna sing it right now. At the top of my lungs I'll sing. With all of my heart I will praise you. God, you are everything. You're the reason that I lift my voice.
on.
Carl, what's going on?
Not now, Andy.
What is happening?
Not now.
Okay, well, welcome to Grow TV, everybody. I can't do this without you. Subscribe.
Welcome to Grow TV, hosted by Carl, where we have fun with our friends, talk about Jesus, and go over everything the Bible has to offer. Now, once again, welcome to Grow TV.
This can't be happening. This can't be happening.
So, Carl, I feel like, I got a feeling something's going on. You want to talk about it? Care to share at all?
Well, if you have to know, I'm not gaining any followers.
Followers?
Yeah, followers. You know I have a YouTube channel, right?
I think I heard something about that, yeah.
Well, over the past few years, I've gained over 50,000 followers on my YouTube channel. And every day, I get a few more followers. But today, I haven't gotten any.
It's really weird.
Right? I mean, I don't know what to do. Did I say something? Are people getting tired of me?
I'm sure there's actually a pretty reasonable or simple, explanation for all this. Did you happen to change any settings, like maybe privacy settings or anything?
The what?
Privacy settings. If you touch one of them or mess with one of them, then it would make it so only you see the videos and not the rest of your followers.
No, of course I didn't. I'm an amateur. What if my followers don't want to watch me anymore? What if this is it? I'll have to quit YouTube, change my name to something like Keith or Tobias, and become a manager of a Cinnabon in Omaha.
Actually, it doesn't sound too bad.
Really doesn't, but you get what I mean. Oh man, this is awful, just awful. 100%. What'd you do?
I changed your privacy settings. See, you had it on private, so that means only one person could see it, you. But now it's on public, so now all of your followers can see, and now new people can subscribe.
Holy cow, people are liking and subscribing now. Thanks, Andy. Now I'm gonna get more followers. Sorry I didn't trust you with the whole privacy setting.
No worries. It did make me feel kind of like we were in the whole Jesus and Simon Peter situation.
The one with the rooster?
No, the one where Jesus calls him and Andrew to follow him.
I know I've heard it, but for some reason my memory is a little fuzzy. How'd that go again?
Well, there was this time that Jesus was going around teaching, and a lot of people gathered around him. Then Jesus got into a boat.
Simon Peter's boat, right?
You got it. Jesus asked Simon Peter that if he could push out the boat just a little bit further. Jesus sat down and he continued to teach.
That's pretty cool. So is Peter a fisherman?
Yep, sure was. Him and his brother, Andrew.
Cool! I love fishing.
So after Jesus was done teaching, he told Peter to throw the nets back in the water. But Peter told him that he'd been fishing all day long and they'd still caught nothing.
I mean, yeah, I know Jesus is Jesus, but Peter and Andrew, they're like professional fishermen. They know what they're talking about.
Yeah, usually, but Peter listened to Jesus anyway, threw the nets back in the water, and guess what happened?
Did they catch a fish?
Nope.
I guess they didn't know what they were doing.
No, they caught hundreds.
Excuse me?
Hundreds of fish, maybe even thousands. It was so much fish that it literally was about to tear the nets. They had to bring over another boat just so they can help them.
Wow, what a miracle! But to go back to what got us on this story in the first place, why do you think this was similar to our situation with the YouTube channel?
Well, Jesus told Peter to do something that Peter didn't think would work. I told you that you might have changed your privacy settings accidentally, but you didn't believe me, right?
I guess that's true. I guess I should just trust more. How did Peter react when they caught the fish?
Well, Peter realized who Jesus really was and he worshiped him. And Peter and Andrew decided to follow Jesus and become his disciples.
Whoa! So just like I have people on my YouTube who follow me, Jesus had real actual followers.
He sure did. He called Peter and Andrew to come follow them. And they reacted by dropping their nets and following Jesus. They left their old life behind and they committed their new life to Jesus.
Wow, that's actually really cool. It's kind of a bummer that Jesus only had 12 disciples, because it would have been really cool to be one.
Well, Carl, just like Jesus asked Peter and Andrew to become followers, he's asking us to do the exact same thing.
But I'm not a fisherman, like Peter or Andrew.
And that's okay. Jesus wants fishermen to follow him, and farmers, and cobblers, and astronauts, and teachers, and everyone. Jesus wants us to follow him.
You said cobbler, like a pie?
No, they make shoes.
I don't think so. Pies don't have hands. Pies can't make a shoe.
I think you missed that I just said our big idea.
I don't think so.
Yeah, Jesus wants us to follow him.
Well, cobblers don't have hands. Let me check
Cobblers
something.
who
Hold on, let me check something. Oh, that's it. He just said our big idea.
No way!
Cobblers don't have hands. Today's big idea is cobblers don't have hands, they're pies.
No, our big idea today is Jesus wants us to follow him.
Oh, yes. So let's say it out loud on the count of 3.
1,
2, 3. Jesus wants us to follow him! Yeah!
You need cobbler?
Speaking of fishing, do you know what the most expensive fish out there is?
No, I don't think I do.
The goldfish. Oh, what do you call a fish with no eyes?
What? That was horrible. That was horrible.
You can laugh, Andy. Don't act so fish-dicated. Fish.
These are officially the worst.
Hey-o, Salmon's getting in the spirit. Have a fantastic week, kids.
Thank you for watching, and tune in next week for a new episode of Pro TV.
That was so awesome, and I'm so proud of all of you. Come back next week, and we'll see you here. Bye, SOMOSkids.